do less. I got next, playing off the ball, and you know the J wet. She text back, so I'm saying there's a chance. Girl, I'm sorry in advance. And you know we got the passion. He talk a lot of shit, at least I gotta laughing, right?
Alrighty, I have a special guest co-host for episode 15. So obviously you guys are watching the secret segment, but I decided to do a secret segment with my guest co-host because I just felt like it wouldn't be appropriate not to. So Eric, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for the secret segment listeners?
Man, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, Eric Lyons, the host of the podcast Electrified with Eric Lyons.
Yes. And you're on episode...
I'm about to be on, 113?
113, that's what I thought. I was going to say 113, but for some reason I felt like it was like 107 or something like that. But, cool, yeah. Episode 113 of Electrified coming out. Actually, comes out today, doesn't it? As we're recording.
Look, it was supposed to, okay.
Oh, I put it on this spot.
It was supposed to, okay. So Friday, I got y'all. Look, man, I forgot. I got busy, and I'm like, I'll push it back again.
I feel you. I'm like queen of technical difficulties and like things not arriving on time that I've ordered and stuff like that. So it's all good. I'd be such a hypocrite if I held it against you. But you know the drill. 10 questions, secret segment. You can add commentary, or you can just answer it straightforward and move on to the next. It's up to you.
Gotcha.
Okay. Starting easy. Please, for the love of God, don't say what all of my other guests have said. Favorite color?
Red.
Yes! Thank you! Everybody else up to this point has said blue.
Really?
Every single person.
Wow. No, red has always been my color. Like, I'm a big fan of red. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited that you just broke that streak. It's such a stupid thing to be excited about. He's holding up a shoe, ladies and gentlemen. We record on Skype videos, and for those listening on SoundCloud or Spotify or iTunes podcast, he is holding up a shoe. Okay, so moving on. If you had to pick one candy to eat forever, what would it be?
All right, so I would say tropical Skittles, the purple pack. It's like, it's not the normal Skittles.
Is it the blue pack or the purple pack?
The purple pack. The blue pack is good too, but the purple pack, chef's kiss,
I love it. Okay, best vacation you've ever been on?
Best vacay. I'm about to sound like really, really East Coast right now, but like one of my favorite times ever, I went to Atlantic City. Right.
Okay.
Cool time. Like it's not the best, but they have good outlets, and I like shopping, so. Right. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to add that to my list. I'm like obviously using that question as a way to collect vacation ideas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Name one food you absolutely will not eat under any circumstances. Like no go, zero tolerance.
Sheesh. That's hard because I'm picky. Oh, sushi. I'm not eating sushi.
Okay.
I'm not eating sushi. No way.
Like no sushi, no way, no. There's nothing that could be inside of it that would make you want to eat it.
They would have to pay me.
How much? How much is there to pay you?
How much student debt do I have? Yeah, steep as possible. Like 15 racks. Give me 15 racks and I'll do it.
Okay, that's fair. 15 racks for sushi. Yeah. I like sushi and I would eat sushi for 15 racks. Feels alright. Okay, I'm like one of those people who like sushi only sounds good occasionally. You know what I mean? I could not eat that every day. But there's some people who are like, let's eat sushi every day.
Yeah, I know.
Nope, couldn't. Not me. But I hope you come across those 15 racks to eat some sushi.
Man, please.
This is one of my favorite questions. Obviously, it's sport talk, mostly podcast. So even though it's a secret segment, I had to throw in kind of a relative question. What is the first live sporting event you ever went to?
Okay. Not even a real sport, but WWE.
Oh!
I ever went, I was 5 years old, and it was a house show, so it was like, it wasn't televised. and it was like before WrestleMania 20, so it was like most of the WrestleMania 20 matches were on that card. That was my first ever. It was, and I've been to lots of WWE shows, but like my first real like pro sporting event, I went to the Packers and Ravens preseason game last season because I'm a big Packers fan.
Yeah.
And I live in Baltimore, so yeah.
How old were you when you went to that WWE thing?
I was only 5. That was my first one. Yeah, I was 5 years old. Yeah.
That's cool. A lot of people's answers are like, honestly, the first one I ever went to, I probably don't remember, but their answer is like, the first one I remember going to was actually, you know what I mean? So, but I think you're the first person that's ever said WWE. That's cool. Those things were so crazy back in the day. I remember like watching them on my cousin's floor, like just like right in front of the TV, you know what I mean? And like I would go crazy. That's wild that you went to that at 5. That like did your mom or dad take you to that?
Both. They both took me.
Oh, yeah. They both went?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, this one's kind of a completely different direction. So bear with me.
Okay.
If you had to choose one actor or actress to play you in a film about you, who would it be?
Drake.
You can throw in a Y if you want to.
Drake.
Drake? Are you saying that because of the physical similarities? Okay. And obviously because it's Drake.
Absolutely.
Fred Van Vliet then on that coin?
Fred, Drake, Jason Tatum,
You're like, anybody that I've ever been compared to.
Absolutely. They can play me.
That's funny. Okay, so here's a good one for you specifically, because I know there's stuff in the main episode that you get going on. One thing you've learned in the past week.
Like sports related? Like,
it can be anything.
I learned that the Miami Heat are better than a lot of people expected them to be.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. Obviously, those people who can't see this, I am wearing a Lakers jersey right now. I was going to wear my Dwayne Wade jersey. It's ironic that out of all, I have, I think, only 4 different team jerseys, including this one, because I have like 4 different Dwayne Wade. Well, I take that back because I have a Dwayne Wade Bulls jersey, so I think I have 5 or 6 different teams. But it's so weird that 2 of the team jerseys that I do have are the 2 teams that are in the finals, because I was I was like, what jersey do I wear? Do I rock the D-Wade or do I rock the Kobe? But I want Lakers to win it, so I rocked the Kobe.
I have a yellow LeBron jersey, Lakers jersey, and I have a Miami Vice Tyler Hero jersey. And I'm like, I'm wearing my Miami jersey. I'm sorry, shout out to the King. But look, man, I'm riding with Miami till the wheels fall off. So, but it's funny, we talk about jerseys. Like, my jersey collection is ridiculous.
Yes, yours is huge.
It's ridiculous. Like, I think a lot of people.
And you have hella football jerseys.
Football jerseys, all different teams, players. Yeah.
Yeah, yours is one of those that, like, if you ever feel like giving any away, feel free to holler at your girl. Because I'm kind of, like, in that same boat where, like, I kind of will take anything and everything. Like, let me just rock it. It's going to get at some point, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Especially with the podcast, because the whole goal in the beginning, I mean, it kind of ended up getting a little bit expensive, but the whole goal in the beginning was to wear a different jersey. But we'll see how that goes. I think I have so far, but I may have recycled 1 or 2 just because of theme or relevance, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? So 3 more questions in the secret segment. Pick one to be for a day. Hero or villain?
Oh, villain.
He's going at the devil on the left shoulder. I like it.
Sure.
So as a villain, what kind of what things would you conjure up?
I don't know. Like, when I think about villains, I think like my favorite villain ever was Bane. Like, Bane was so badass. Like, all he did was kick people's ass and blow shit up. Like, I want to blow something up too. Like, he walked into the football stadium and was like talking hella stuff, and it was like, all right, boom, see y'all, like, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you'd go that direction.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Villain-esque. Okay, I got it. Cool. Okay. This one's a random one, but favorite day of the week.
Favorite day of the week. I like Wednesdays.
Okay.
Wednesdays are cool. Once it's hump day, it's like, all right, I made it through half of my week. The weekend is coming, and I feel like the week starts flying.
Yeah. You're like in the flow of your week. I got you. I think you're like the second person to say Wednesday. I think one of my like earlier like first secret segment guests said Wednesday also, and they kind of stated the same thing. So like you're getting in your rhythm, but you're like also like getting ready to plan your weekend too, like based on the flow of your week. You know what I mean? Like if it's a crazy week, you're like, I'm gelling this weekend. But if it was like a crazy but decent week, you're also like, hey, maybe I'll get turned on Saturday. You know?
Right.
Okay, last question. You can totally go in on it if need be. Worst career advice you've ever received?
Man, all right. This is like last year, maybe early last year. I'm not sure. So I sent my an episode of my show to this guy from ESPN Radio, right?
Okay.
And he told me to not do all sports, and he was like, stick to one sport. I'm like, why would I limit myself? Like, bro, I can talk about anything.
Exactly.
Like, why would I put myself in a box? And like, actually, after he told me that, I made a separate show for just boxing, right? I said, I'm not doing this, man. I'm gonna talk about whatever I want on my show. Like, don't tell me that. Like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. I mean, that's obviously the way that I run my show. I mean, sometimes when there's obviously the main things that are going on, like main sports that are happening, those are at the forefront. But obviously there's the back end with the culture side to talk about, like, relevant topics, women in sports, Black Lives Matter, like all of these different topics that coincide with sports but aren't necessarily sports and news. So, like, I'm with you on why would you limit yourself? And honestly, for us little guys who, like, are still trying to get somewhere to a bigger network, why would I just stick to one thing when I do have knowledge on everything? I'll take a job anywhere.
Exactly.
I'll take any league with any network. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I'm with you on that. And as far as career advice goes, fuck that guy.
Yeah, for real. Definitely.
Awesome. Well, that concludes the secret segment. Obviously, we'll get to it over on the main episode for episode 15 of Sports Talk Mostly Podcast. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you there.
Stunting. All I want is you to stay like what you know about this. About to trade my bitch for a first round pick. You thought these wounds would never heal. Swerving through this tournament, I bet I find a steel type. Delay the favorite, but I always bet the field swap. Blood cousins for a grandma, buddy heel. Promise it's nothing, but I'm swearing this is real. You switch teams, but the league just might appeal. Stats nice, so she out of